During the problematic and rather unsuccessful military operation in Ukraine, Russian special forces shared the fate of their colleagues. In the first days of the invasion during the attack on Kiev, but also in the battles for Kharkov and Mariupol, the Russian special forces suffered the heaviest losses, and in some cases entire Russian units were destroyed. However, these special forces elements of Russia's armed forces and security organs continued to play an important role in Russia's ongoing invasion, albeit not as centrally as they were initially intended to be. Russia has a dizzying variety of units in its armed forces and security organs, which can be labeled as special forces, or Spetsnaz as they are known in popular culture and in the Russian language. Spetsnaz itself is a portmanteau of the Russian words Vojska Specialnogo Naznacheny, which translates to special purpose forces. The core elements of Russia's Spetsnaz, which can trace their roots to Soviet times, are those which are controlled by the Armed Forces Main Intelligence Directorate and the Civilian Federal Security Service, known by their Russian acronyms GRU and FSB respectively. Within the FSB, the Alpha Group and Vimpel Group are particularly well known, as are the FSB's preeminent Spetsnaz units. The GRU's Spetsnaz units are the oldest of those in Russian service today and were initially formed in 1949. In addition to taking part of the GRU's wider military intelligence mission, GRU Spetsnaz also specialize in targeted operations, including assassinations. In addition to these older special forces organizations, the Russian National Guard, also known by its Russian name Rosgvardia, is the newest addition to the Russian Spetsnaz ecosystem and also one of the most politicized. Formed in 2016 by amalgamating the Interior Ministry's internal troops, SOBR Rapid Response Special Forces Units, and Oman Special Police, the Rosgvardia serves as both a pseudo-military branch and an internal security organization. While other units such as the Foreign Intelligence Services Zaslan or the Federal Penitentiary Services Special Forces units fall under the Spetsnaz umbrella, they are more often than not overshadowed by their larger GRU, FSB, and Rosgvardia cousins. In the first hours of the war, a variety of Spetsnaz units immediately entered Ukraine and began to assist in what was expected to be a quick regime change operation. According to Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, Russian Spetsnaz troops were operating in civilian clothes in Kyiv on the hunt for Ukrainian government officials and leaders, such as Zelensky himself, in the first days of the invasion. This employment of Spetsnaz is characteristic of the political warfare skillset Russian Spetsnaz units are often designed for, which sets them apart from their American and Western counterparts. However, despite the reportedly wide range of activity taken on by Russian Spetsnaz units in Ukraine in the opening days of the war, they were unable to bring about a quick end to the campaign, and the Ukrainian government remained in power and functional. Now that the war in Ukraine has taken on the character of a war of attrition between two opposing armies, rather than a scrambled combination of covert and overt actions as the first days were, Russia's Spetsnaz have lost their central role in Moscow's strategy. Although visual evidence exists which suggests that Russian Spetsnaz troops are still fighting in Ukraine, their exact role in the invasion today remains a bit foggier. While they might not all be assigned to units classified as Spetsnaz, Rosgvardia's presence in Ukraine remains well documented. Supposedly included within the structure of the Rosgvardia, Chechen leader Ramzan Kadyrov's Cataracts troops have taken an active role in some of the war's most well-known flashpoints, such as the battles for Mariupol and locales near Kyiv. However, they have gained a reputation of being a made-for-TikTok unit rather than a potent fighting force, which limits the actual influence of the Cataracts in practice, despite their effectively autonomous nature. The wider Rosgvardia appears to be having troubles of its own, as numerous cases have been opened against Rosgvardia troopers who had refused to take part in combat operations in Ukraine. Even if Russia's Spetsnaz were unable to decisively bring Moscow's special military operation to a close in a timely fashion, their fortunes won't necessarily be harmed or boosted by their performance. Since the Russian national security and political system is built around intra-elite conflicts, the fortunes of different Spetsnaz outfits will likely be a function of the political savvy of their leadership rather than their performance in Ukraine. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Also, if you want to support Warthog Defense, please become our member and get early access to new videos, exclusive members-only videos, and become administrator in comment section. The membership link is in the description.
Rescues every day. We had a guy last week at 6 rescues in 6 days. You know, he's doing the job every day.